welcome to Bain and 5W channel. In today's session, we're going to speak something very interesting called AI Ops. Okay, so I just wanted to talk from a historical perspective. We all know, like in the year 1998 to 2000 kind of time frame, infrastructure management was really driven with some of the pillars like system management, you would call network management, asset management, also looking at the different service desk which was set up. So there were a lot of products from the big fours, basically the IBM, HP. They have different products for system management, network management, asset management, and service desk, by which people could really deploy these different applications and do infrastructure monitoring. So that was the initial era we saw. I think I was also part of that kind of thing, which is different products trying to work together to really solve the challenge in the infrastructure. Okay. Then came the virtualization concept, where we started thinking about how you can virtualize the environment. And beyond that, we had in 2010 to 11 the concept of cloud computing, where we started looking at time series data, log management, and a lot of process automation which started happening in the cloud time frame. From there, we moved on to the microservices, and I think 5-6 years back, so 2014 to 16, that's when we saw the concept of AI ops, with AI and machine learning trying to really catch up because of the cloud and because of the capability of the infrastructure. We saw microservices and all these kind of concepts coming in. Now, currently we are in a different type of era where we're talking about DevOps as a service. Basically, we're talking about continuous integration, continuous development, infrastructure as a code. We're talking about pattern discovery, robotics. All these are something which we see in today's era. Okay, so there is a need for an algorithm which is more entropy based, time based, okay, correlation based, relevant based, blah blah blah. So then, what is AI ops, right? So basically, you're trying to look at different systems in the infrastructures, right? So when you design and really look at each of the applications, they're not really truly having a common denominator, right? So each systems behave very differently in a typical infrastructures. So if you really start putting the algorithms which are very rule based, basically it doesn't work, right? So you need to really look at a lot of things like how you can have better predictability. Okay, and you have to have the design pattern, which I keep discussing, the pattern like observability, and you will have to move into something more reliable kind of systems which can really help to really solve the bigger problems. Okay, so the AI for IT operations, the machine learning, the big data, all this really helped to really solve these kind of problems. So what you see today is basically products which are getting built by a lot of vendors, which is very adaptable, which is using AI, which is using machine learning. Maybe down the line, we're trying to think very, the futuristic things like deep learning, where the context of our human things can be really put into this frame, data improvement strategy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's kind of future we're trying to look at. Well, let's just really quickly browse through and see what Gartner, before we go to Gartner, if you really look at this particular thing, like we're talking about AI ops or artificial intelligence or IT operating describes using AI or machine learning to analyze large volume of data sources. Basically, you need to be really believing, like by the time when we used to start, okay, where the data was more at the zettabyte level, we are talking about data which has moved into gigabytes levels, and now it is going to really reach different, right, from a gigabyte. So you can really see the data has really grown large. So you have to analyze large volume of data across the variety of systems, and the AI platforms have to take advantage to accelerate issue identification, resolution by increasing root cause analysis, accuracy, proactive identification. So you have a lot of software for it, like examples of Dynatrace, Splunk Enterprise, PagerDuty, AppDynamics, Datadog. So I myself have used Datadog, Splunk, Dynatrace as part of projects, right? So basically, you'll have to really look at your customer, look at the architecture. Is he looking at a productized approach? Is it a service-based approach? So I would recommend like to blend both, because you might have a requirement where a product can be really fitting there and its output can be really looked at a service kind of no orientation. Okay, so these are some of the product lines. Now let's see some of these products, like basically a quick look at how, before we go there, what does Gartner tell? He talks about how to get started with AI ops and how IT operation can use AI to monitor data and reduce outage times. Okay, so it also is going to speak about something very interesting, like IT operation is challenged by rapid growth in data. So you can use this kind of concept to really prevent, identify, resolve high severity outages and other IT operation problem more quickly. Okay? So businesses are turning into AI for IT operation, which is called AI ops. So what is AI ops in simple words? As per Gartner, if you want to have a definition, is an application of machine learning and data science to IT operational problem. So IT ops platform combine big data and ML functionality to enhance and partially replace all the primary IT operation functions, including availability and performance monitoring, event correlation, analysis, and IT service management and automation. And there are a lot of ways by which you can launch. It talks about it and you can really explore it. So let's see some of the products. So this is Dynatrace. So they're talking about transform faster with automatic and intelligent observability. Okay, tame the modern cloud complexity with observability, automation, intelligence in one platform. So you really need to understand how most of these products are going to work. Is like it can really trace your network. Basically, it can just scan your network, browse your networks, and really gather a lot of information. Post which it can really set up a lot of data points to really look at how you can analyze, okay, how you can set up some kind of infrastructure so that you can move forward. So if you really look at Dynatrace, they have different solutions for which you can use. Like for example, Dynatrace got a software intelligence platform. You have an agent, PurePath, Smartscape, okay, in AIOps, Hyperscale, provides you all the rest of the things at a higher layer. And it's got intelligent observability, continuous automation, AI assistance, cross-team collaboration, user experience, business. So user experience is also a very important component in this. Okay, and it's been used by a lot of customers. You can see like how they are really used and why you need Dynatrace. It's a very interesting product. So I'm only talking about few products which I have really used it or indirectly have consulted customer. The second one which you can see is Splunk, which is quite a famous product. Turns data into answers with intuitive machine learning powered analytic. So you can get real-time visibility, data source agnostic, AI and machine learning. And you can see turn data into doing. So you can see that this is also a very interesting product for you to explore. Okay, most of this product gets you a trial. You can actually download it, do a free trial into this so that you can understand what's happening. The third tool you can see is a Datadog. I've used this, modern monitoring and security. So you can see inside any stack, any app at any scale, anywhere. So it's a very interesting. It can have unified metrics, traces, logs, and more in a cloud scale monitoring platform. Okay. And it can really see your infrastructures, okay, and then it can do log management, APM, security monitoring, network monitoring, synthetic monitoring, real user monitoring, serverless kind of concept. All this you can do, okay? It's a pretty interesting product. And this is another software which is called MookSoft, which is also a very interesting product for you to really look at how it talks about what is AI apps and what it does, and how this MookSoft is supporting this entire stuff. Okay, so these are some of the examples. So in a nutshell, what is very important is we all know AI. We all know operationally every infrastructure is facing a lot of challenges, outages. They're looking at something for the future. So AI ops is the step one into it. So from the 2000 last decade, you can see like a lot of products have been created. Every company is doing a lot of servicing. But there's a long way to go. As we always see, there can be a lot of microservices based, the DevOps, little more really looking at from the infrastructure perspective, because everything is moving into cloud. The entire storyline is going to slightly change in the near future. Okay. So thanks for watching. And I also will recommend that these can become a separate platform more than a product, by which people can plug in into this platform. Okay, and then maybe pull in into any of the infrastructure or something like that. So that's what we will see shortly. You can see here in this diagram, from automation to continuous insights, you can really see a service desk, engagement, monitoring the observation. Okay, Thanks for watching. This was a very brief video on AI Ops. If you need any demo of a specific product, we could see it in the subsequent sessions. Thanks for watching.